Hi guys, in this video we'll be looking into the business process. A business process is a collection of activities designed to produce a specific output. Generally, there is three major steps in the business process. They are input, process, output. Now input, all resources that are used in the production process are known as inputs. The end result, that is, the output is determined on the quality of the input that is being used. Inputs or resources can be classified under many methods. So it could be classified under land. Land refers to all natural resources and anything which is derived from earth. Land can be the location of the business, then the minerals, water, everything used, etc. The reward or the payment for the utilization of land is rent. All natural resources can be divided into two parts. Either they fall on non-renewable resource or a renewable resource. Non-renewable resources like gold, diamonds, oil, coal are available in limited supplies. This is because it usually takes a longer time for it to replenish. So replenish means to fill it up again. In renewable resources case, the resources are replenished naturally and over a short period of time. So under renewable resources, things like solar power, wind turbines, crops, etc. takes a shorter time compared to non-renewable resource to fill it up again or replenish. Next, labor. Human efforts done mentally and or physically in the process of production is known as labor. Labor tends to be different from person to person and skills could be developed through training and development. The payment for labor is wages. So these are basically the human resources of an organization. The next one is the capital. All man-made resources that will be bringing in a continuous source of income over a long period of time is known as capital. The reward or the cost of capital will be interest. Examples for capital could be cash brought in by the owners, profits that are retained, etc. The next is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is where an entrepreneur organizes land, labor, and capital in the most suitable way and carry out business activity while bearing a risk. The payment or reward for an entrepreneurship is profit. The next one is where knowledge is used. It can be identified as the collective intelligence of an organization on a given activity or field. It is basically depends on the skills and talents of the organization and its employees. The next resource is time. The duration taken to do any business activity according to a standard is known as time, and normally the company or an organization expects people to save and minimize time taken to do a particular task. The next resource is information. This is the processed data from a transaction or event which is used for decision making, and this information could also be obtained from external sources. Now these 7 items that we talked could also be presented as 7 M's: men, money, media, materials, machines, methods, and minutes. Now let's move on to the process part. This is where the business uses its functions to transform its inputs into outputs. Since we have already looked into the business functions, I am moving on to the next step, which is the output. So as discussed earlier, output is the end result of the business process, and the quality of the output is determined based on the quality of the inputs that are being used. Now let's look at an example where we use the business process in a garment factory. As for input, we will be using varieties of machines, juki machines, other stitching machines. Then we will be using fabrics, threads, and we will employ people to do these tasks. Then we'll be using other equipments needed for them. We will be using water, dye, etc. as input. In the process part, we would be taking measures, then we would cut according to it, then we will be sieving, we will be using varieties of designs to match the latest trend. Then before packing, we will be doing a quality check whether they pass the standards that are set by the garment factory. Then they start packing it. As for output, from the input and process, we would be receiving trousers, t-shirts, frocks, and other clothing items as output. So that's it with this video, guys. Please do like and share to learn and let others learn. Thank you.